Hello, welcome to the Retro Shed. Now tonight Josh has given up his hot seat and I found this gentleman lurking in here who is Dean Hedger from Press Start to Join. So this is your second visit to the Shed of All Things Retro. Where's John? He's never here. I've only seen him once.
John, since you came down to us in Sussex, John has been treasuring that cushion you gave him with your face on. So I think he's still at home cuddling that.
Oh, I got a T-shirt from him as well. John, if you don't get yourself down here, I'm going to start to take it personally, mate. So you're going to have to.
And I should have bought your T-shirt you gave me.
Oh no, that's fine.
I've gone on brand. But I'll retro shed it next time.
No, that's wonderful actually. So the last time we met you guys, believe it or not, was February.
Yeah.
Back in February, up in Burgess Hill. That was a great event. That was.
Our last big event.
Yep.
Next one,
so we're going to definitely get back down to you guys, isn't it?
Yep.
And have another session with you guys because that was good fun.
Yeah,
I thoroughly recommend it. If you lot want any kind of event gaming going on, have a word with these guys because they are absolutely brilliant.
I think you put the video. You had a video on of it, didn't you?
Yeah. There's a link actually. Yeah. So have a look at that. That was good fun. So right, what have you been up to?
I suppose not long after the Burgess Hill event, we went to an event in London where the guys from FIFA Sings were doing a fundraiser for Grenfell Tower.
Wonderful.
So they had a fantastic setup of... I know you're not a fan of FIFA. But there was a lot of FIFA running on the PS4s everywhere, and they had a leaderboard projected up on a screen, and
that sounds like good fun. Actually,
I got stuck in and got severely beaten, but a great day. We took down a selection of retro games, so there was a bit of Mario Kart, there was our bobsleigh challenge, there was Street Fighter 2 down there, and what was particularly fantastic was the temple that all this was held in. The guy that ran the temple hadn't played Street Fighter for something like about 30 years, so he spent
like me, I think, actually.
He spent most of the day as Chun-Li, defeating all oncomers.
Reliving his past.
Yeah, it was great. Wonderful, it was good. So we had a good event.
So you guys, you're on the front line really of retro gaming, and what interests me is that over the past couple of years, interest in this subject, costs, everything's gone through the roof. Stuff's getting more and more expensive. Retro gaming seems to be exploding in interest, and more retro consoles are being released on a daily basis. There's always a new Sega console, a new Atari console. There's loads of retro consoles coming
under
out.
license.
Yeah, exactly. And why is this happening? Is it down to aging population? Is it like old people like us going through some kind of I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Midlife crisis, or what's
nostalgic reflection?
Yeah, because kids are getting into it as well. So what is going on? What do you think is causing this?
I think there's just that there was a lot of good games, playable games made,
fun
back
games
in the day.
Yeah.
And I think if you put all of those together, which a lot of these emulated machines are doing now, then you've got quite an exciting product for people to get their hands on.
Yeah.
And you'll find that you will engage all ages with that.
Yeah.
So, and because they're being, they're created in a way, aren't they, that they work on the new televisions.
Yeah.
Because, if you go to your TV at home and try and find the RF socket, you're probably not going to find one.
Look that one up, kids. The RF socket.
The RF socket. We've got some aerial leads if you want to borrow them.
And having to tune something in, those are the days.
Exactly, and something that we did regularly when we were first collecting our CRTs in. So I just think that what these machines are doing is they're paying homage to the stuff that was fun. What I find with the older stuff as well is we've got a lot of discs that we use for arcade emulation.
Yeah.
So there was lots of this Namco 50th anniversary on the GameCube.
I love those. I love collecting those.
So those are great, and they seem to interest quite a lot of the kids because you put something like Pac-Man out, and it's really fun. It's easy to play, and yet challenging.
Yeah, it's instantly accessible, isn't it? As well,
you move through the 8-bit era, and I've experienced it with my kids. They're just less interested in that stuff because it's just hard. Those games are just
retro games are hard,
tough to play.
Yeah, Ghosts and Goblins.
You're then into sort of PS2 era where there's a bit of video involved again, and maybe
you're
even
handheld
PS1
a lot more, aren't you, with modern games?
And
They even tell you what button to press in a given situation, whereas that was unheard of back in the day.
Yeah, you could spend ages running around a level.
Yeah, Dragon's Lair.
Yeah.
What joystick position do I press to get off this damn screen?
I was going to post a picture of that this week, actually, saying, is there a harder game than Dragon's Lair?
You don't know what position to, what direction to push in. So we were playing it and let's not go there. Yeah. So kids aren't going to put their PS4s and Xbox Ones out to pasture just yet, but with games such as, dare I say it, Fortnite, gaining so much attention right now, and not always for the right reasons.
No.
What would you say is good about the modern gaming scene, and the opposite of that? What do you think is bad?
I think good about it is the way that you can engage with one another online. That's good. Playing the right kind of game. My kids in particular will spend time online socialising with their friends, because
which has its plus and bad points as well.
But it's having a balance, isn't it? So you want them to go out and play football as well at the same time, which they do. So I think that's very good, really clever, fantastic.
It's use of technology, isn't it, that we didn't have.
Yeah, absolutely. Bad thing about it seems to be such focus and obsession about certain games where nothing else gets played.
Yeah. And it does become an obsession, and a healthy one as well, to be honest with you.
We've had some talk about our events. Are you going to play Fortnite there? And it's like, the idea is it's an event where you can come and you can all play multiplayer games together, and it's back to that going around your mate's house.
Absolutely not. You're not here to play Fortnite.
No, exactly. We don't say that. Absolutely not.
You are not playing Fortnite, not anywhere near me. No, it's one of those. I think the industry right now, to me, seems to be absolutely besotted with extracting as much cash from people as possible, even after they've just gone out and bought a game. It's like this continuous cash cow.
You say gone out and bought a game.
Well,
my local game in Hayward Heath has just shut.
Yeah.
So
they're struggling, aren't they?
There's the going out to buy a game will disappear, and all that will happen is it will be downloaded, streamed.
Yeah.
And with that becomes the natural, I'll buy a bit of that, I'll buy a bit more, I'll buy a bit more, I'll buy a bit more. Hence
the market's changing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's supply and demand. I'm still of the age where I like to go out and buy. I remember the days where you'd go out and buy an Amiga game and you'd get a nice cardboard box and there'd be a disc in it and a manual in it. And I mean, there's loads in here. But yeah, it's like CDs, isn't it? People still like to go out and buy CDs because not just the audio quality, but you've got something.
Well, I think
vinyl's making a comeback.
You go down to Brighton.
I love vinyl.
There must be 6 record shops now.
Yeah.
Just selling vinyl. Yeah. But no, my earliest memories of going and buying games, local newsagents on the corner.
Yeah, that's right.
In Knapp Hill, near where I used to live. And I'd go in there and there'd be this rack on the wall of cassettes. And there'd be a Mastertronic.
There'd be a Mastertronic 199, and that was like gambling. You'd buy a good one or you'd buy an absolute stinker.
BMX Simulator. Oh god, Super Robin Hood. They were great. And then there was some Clumsy Colin.
Great game.
Do you remember that?
AP Skips, brilliant game. Absolutely.
I can see them
product
now.
Endorsement,
I can see them now.
I love the music on the Commodore 64 version. It's fabulous.
Yeah.
So I'm always fascinated about how people originally got into gaming in the first place, especially of our age, our era.
Yeah.
It's all a bit misty now. If I think back, I can't actually remember the first time. It was either going to be a pub or a chip shop where I first saw a video machine. It was either going to be one of those black and white grandstand machines that you saw on a dusty old black and white TV in somebody's house, or it was going to be Space Invaders for me. So for you, what is your earliest memory of video gaming, and why did it hook you so?
Mine was it was a home experience, and we'd been to the Model Engineering exhibition in Wembley, at Wembley Conference Centre. Been up there with my dad. God, it must have been late 70s, early 80s, around that time.
Right.
And seen a load of stuff. Doctor Who puppeteers, giving you a show on how they made K9 walk around or roll
Which
around.
Is cool.
Yeah. Scale trick stuff,
Yeah.
Train set stuff, all that kind of stuff. So we got home, and he'd obviously done this before we went out, but there was a ZX81 set up on the table, and he said, "Look,
So Clive, we salute you."
Yeah. We've got a computer now. Have a go at this." So it was there, ready to go, fully loaded, 16K RAM pack in the back, and 3D Monster Maze.
So you're talking 1981 when that was released.
Push play on tape. Yeah. So it would have been 81, 82.
Yeah.
So played 3D Monster Maze, and then my dad.
Which scared the crap out of me. The first time I played that
last
game.
Bit with the teeth at the end.
Turn around and there's teeth there. It's quite a scary game.
It was definitely, and it just went from there. So I think that Christmas we got my dad. I remember going to, again, with my mum to a chip shop in St John's, and above them they were flogging an Atari 2600 six switch woody front on it, and with a load of games, and we got that for my dad for Christmas.
That's just iconic, that thing is, isn't it?
And I did nothing but play.
So you had a ZX81 and an Atari VCS.
Yeah, so it's no wonder I'm tinkering around in my mid-40s with these things, because they were just good times.
Fabulous times, weren't they? They were really good. So I remember typing listings out of magazines as well.
A lot of listings out of magazines, a lot of syntax errors along the way.
Yeah. So we were going to have a playoff tonight, and we decided to have a look at the absolute classic from 1987, if memory serves, and that's Sega's absolutely arcade definitive racing game, Outrun. And for me, whenever I hear that music, I just think of the summer of 1987, ripping around on a BMX, walking up to the Lickey Hills arcade, it's called Fletcher's Copper Coin, and playing Outrun to death. And it is one of the greatest arcade games of all time.
Agreed.
Isn't it?
Agreed.
I know you're quite fond of Outrun.
Yeah.
I think Sega were at the top of their game at this point in time.
An iconic game from back in the day.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think Outrun is one of those games, one of the first games, I would say, that it was also really great to watch.
Oh yeah,
and not just play.
Yeah.
As long as the person playing was really good.
Yeah.
As long as they were really good, fantastic to watch.
A mate of mine used to be able to put a quid in, or 20p or 10p or whatever it was,
20p.
And he would finish it in one go, and I'd be like, wow, how did you do that? Because I couldn't literally get to the end of the first level. So
they would master that little chicane on the first level, down into low gear, back up to high.
Yeah, and we got some practice footage as well, which I might when I'm editing, I might throw that in there. This is how we got on playing Outrun earlier.
Get ready.
Right, here we go. I'm going first. Dean has had a practice, but we won't talk about that.
Barry's had a practice all day. Home working.
Yeah.
Say no more.
I absolutely adore this game. Brilliant. Although we are playing it on the Saturn, which means we haven't got a steering wheel, and it's a swine to play without a steering wheel.
Seems to be doing alright so far. It's a tidy run.
Yeah, I do like the Saturn version. This actually is probably one of the it's one of the definitive versions, isn't it? It's just brilliant.
It's a lovely it's a lovely summer's night. We've got the door open.
Yeah.
The wind in my hair, your head.
I haven't got any hair. This will be interesting actually, because you're a big fan of this game as well, aren't you?
Yeah. But given our warm-ups, I think we know who might have the edge on this, but you never know.
I was useless at this in the arcade, so I used to put loads of money in it, and I don't think I've ever completed it. I've never completed it.
No, I never completed it in the arcades. We used to have it as a stand-up machine in my student union at Guildford Tech.
I'd get nothing done.
Yeah.
Oops, that wasn't the corner I thought it was. Yeah, we had
a pal that could do it. He could do it on 20p, and he could do the whole thing. It was fantastic.
That's the one I thought it was. That was the corner. That's the one. Always gets me, that one does. I was playing this a couple of weeks ago. Actually, we did a video on it, and me and Josh was playing it. And off camera, I got further than I ever had before. But we weren't recording it. And I was like, no.
Typical. It's like the one that got away, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. You should have seen how far
Should
it
have seen the
got.
size of that one. To be honest, I rarely make level 3.
Yeah, it's not easy, is it? This lot can't drive, you know. Those trees are making me dizzy. Mind you, it's better than the level where the road's covered in sand and you can't see it.
Trees remind me of Gran Turismo. The level there with the trees lining the route and the sunlight shining through.
Stop the car and look at the waterfall. I think this is as far as I'm going to get.
The apexes become more frequent, don't they?
You can't see them coming either, can you?
No.
That's as far as I'm going to get, I think.
Well, that's good.
5 seconds. I ain't going to make it. Oh, right.
That's good.
Mr. Hedger.
Probably. Yeah, that's good.
Get ready.
Good old magical shout.
Magical sound
what?
shout. That'll split opinion though.
Yeah.
There'll be the passing wave. Is it passing wave or splash wave?
I can't remember. Oh, watch that bush.
There again.
Yeah, in the arcade BIOS there was this and Chase HQ right next to it, and it was just like, oh.
So difficult without a steering wheel. Actually.
Chase HQ.
Yeah, really hard on the consoles.
Yeah. Nicely done. You'd listen to it in the car, wouldn't you? But you'd probably be grounds for divorce because you'd get that look. Oh no, I would. It's like, what are you listening to?
It's great, isn't it? It's great. Better than what was on the radio these days.
Well, yes. Roddy music nowadays. Roddy rubbish. I'll tell you what gets me now. Don't get me started. It's people that walk down the road with the speakers on and their mobile phones, right, blasting music out, thinking that everybody else wants to listen to it. What's that all about?
Unacceptable.
Mind you, actually in the 80s we used to walk around with much bigger stereos doing exactly the same thing, so...
I got one the other day in a charity shop, but the whatever elastics in there had gone, and it was just not cost effective. On the edge.
They were so cool, weren't they?
Yeah.
And of course you can copy Spectrum tapes on them. High-speed dubbing.
Home taping is killing music. You can't...
Oh, I did exactly the same one. I went exactly the same, so you can do it from there.
I think what's going to be quite disturbing about watching this video back is seeing my gormless game face.
Oh no, I'm not recording our face. That one's switched off actually. I'm only recording game footage.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Right, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, no,
that's
I'm just going to whack the game footage in there. Sometimes I do a split cam. Oh dear.
Chatting, having a good time, crashing. Great.
I think you can just about finish it if you crash once. You might if you're lucky. Ooh, I
was
think
much closer to the end, wasn't
15 seconds. Yeah, you'll make that. Yeah, you'll make that. No, I haven't got Gormless cam on actually.
Gorm cam. People would see me actually dribbling with my tongue coming out of the corner of my mouth. No!
Oh.
This is it now, it's gone. It's gone.
Did I get off this level? I can't remember if I got off this
level.
Did I get off this one?
You nearly did. No, you nearly did.
Oh yes, the trees scuppered me, didn't they? Yeah, it's going to be close then.
Yeah.
No, I think it's going to be close.
Busy.
Yeah. Close.
Ooh. No!
No, that was the same tree. Look, you can see the marks on it where I hit it. That was pretty close.
Good effort.
Do you know what? I think that was pretty much.
Oh no, you were closer to the.
Did I?
Yeah. You were nearly on the corner.
Right, there you go. Outrun on a Saturn. Fabulous. Now, that was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, actually. I thought either one of us is going to be a clear winner. And that was... We're literally meters, I think, apart on that.
Can I just say that my driving practice today was mainly on the M40. I think Barry's might have been in this shed, but, you know...
Well, yeah, I have played it quite a bit over the past few months because we did a video on it not so long ago. But to be fair, that was... I don't know whether I won or you won there. It was very close. Very close.
Yeah. We played Outrun tonight, so we all win.
That'll do.
Yeah,
that'll do.
Absolutely.
Brilliant game, and I never get bored of playing that. I can sit and play Outrun for hours, actually.
No, I think we need to get this video nailed off and get it back on.
Get back on there.
Yeah, definitely.
So, right, tell us what you do, where people can contact you if they want to hire you guys. A bit like the A-Team, really, if you can find them.
Yeah, if you can find them and you want to hire us. Yeah, no, absolutely. We're based down in Burgess Hill in Sussex near Brighton, and if you like all your gaming stuff like we do, which if you're watching this video you must do,
probably,
you can catch us on Press Start to Join on all the usual social media hangouts, so Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, and keep an eye on our events. We've got the next biggie is 27th of October down in Burgess Hill.
We will be going to that.
Yeah. And we're looking forward to having you down there.
Yeah,
and
we will be going to that.
Tickets are on sale for that on our website, pressstarttojoin.co.uk. But I'm looking forward to, I think, having a rematch maybe on another game in the shed very soon.
Yeah. But join us soon, and we'll catch you again soon in the Retro Shed. Take care now. Bye. See ya. Do you remember when computer and video games gave a cassette away on their cover with the music on it, so that you could play it alongside the 8-bit version that you bought?
Oh, look! Can we cut that?
I'm going to put that in as an outtake. Actually,
That's shocking.
I'm going to put that in as an outtake.